The roll call shows Commissioner Behrens, Commissioner Clark, and Vice Chairman Robertson absent and excused. That still leaves us with a quorum to conduct business. I'll do the invocation this evening, and the Pledge of Allegiance will be done by Commissioner Berry. So if you'd all please rise. Our Heavenly Father, we thank you so much for the opportunity to gather together as a group of people that love the city that we live in. And we ask for your guidance as we consider issues that are important to our citizens and to potentially the character and of our great town. We further thank you for the moisture that you have bestowed upon us in the last few days and request that you continue it if it be your will. We realize that some of our fellow citizens elsewhere in this great state have not been so fortunate, and we thank you for protecting us the way you have. And as always, we ask that you wrap your arms around our first responders and keep them safe from the potential tribulations that they deal with on a daily basis. We ask all of these things in your name. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. All right, as usual, there is no old business left for consideration, so we'll proceed directly to new business. The first item on the agenda is consideration of conditional use permit 602-04-197, submitted by Arthur and Sarah Crane to allow for the expansion of a non-conforming structure located at 1201 North 44th Drive, that being assessor's parcel number 309-33-059. Ms. Factor-Cotter.
Thank you, Chair and Commissioners. Arthur and Sarah Crane have submitted a conditional use permit, or CUP, to allow for the expansion of a non-conforming structure at 1201 North 44th Drive, that being APN 309-33059. According to county records, the subject property was built in 1972. At this time, the subject property was not located within the city of Show Low limits. The subject property was annexed into the city of Show Low on June 5th, 1974. In addition, this was prior to the establishment of a building department in the city of Show Low. The home is a legally established non-conforming structure that does not meet current setbacks. The property is currently zoned MH, which is manufactured housing. The applicant wished to repair the original 10-foot by 26-foot covered porch on the home. According to the applicant, it was discovered that the original covered porch was beyond repair and that needed to be completely replaced. The applicant indicated that they demolished the original covered porch as it was too dangerous to continue using. In addition, they indicated that they wished to expand the new covered porch 2 feet in order to extend the porch along the entire end of the home. A site plan was submitted to the city along with a building permit application for a new 10-foot by 28-foot covered porch, indicating that the structure met all required setbacks, including the 20-foot street side setback along West Willis. Because the site plan showed the structure met all setbacks, the permit was approved and issued on June 5th, 2017. However, when the city's building inspector went out to do the first inspection on the subject property, it was discovered that the proposed structure was only 12 feet from the street side property line along West Willis instead of 20 feet. The existing legal non-conforming home is also only 12 feet from the street side property along West Willis. City Code defines a non-conforming structure as a structure which was lawfully erected prior to the adoption of this ordinance, but which under this division does not conform to the standards of development and construction, lot coverage, yard spaces, height of structures, distance between structures, or other standards prescribed in the regulations for the district in which the structure is located. Per Section 15143F of City Code, a legal nonconforming structure may be expanded through a CUP. Findings of fact. Arthur and Sarah Crane have submitted a CUP to allow for the expansion of nonconforming structure located at 1201 North 44th Drive, that being APN 309-33059. The subject property is currently zoned MH. According to county records, the subject property was built in 1972. At this time, the subject property was not located within the city of Show Low limits, and the subject property was annexed into the city of Show Low on June 5th, 1974. In addition, this was prior to the establishment of a building department in the city of Show Low. The applicant originally plans to repair the original 10-foot by 26-foot covered porch on the home. According to the applicant, it was discovered that the original porch was beyond repair and needed to be completely replaced. The original covered porch was subsequently removed in the late spring of this year due to safety concerns. A building permit application was submitted for a new covered porch that is 2 feet longer than the previous covered porch, and it will extend along the entire length of the home. A site plan was submitted to the city along with the building permit application for a new 10-foot by 28-foot covered porch, which indicated the proposed structure met all required setbacks, including the 20-foot street side setback along West Willis. Because the site plan showed the structure met all these required setbacks, the permit was approved and issued on June 5th, 2017. At the time the city's building inspector went out to do the inspection, it was discovered that the proposed structure was only 12 feet from the street side property along West Willis instead of the currently required 20 feet. The new covered porch will not extend any closer to the street than the existing legal nonconforming home. City Code defines a nonconforming structure as a structure which was lawfully erected prior to the adoption of this ordinance, but which under this division does not conform with the standards of development and construction, lot coverage, yard spaces, height of structures, distance between structures, or other standards prescribed in the regulations of the district which the structure is located. Per Section 15143F of City Code, a legal nonconforming structure may be expanded through a CUP. The current zoning of the surrounding properties includes to the north, south, east, and west, MH. The current land uses of the surrounding properties includes to the north and south, residential, to the east, vacant residential, and to the west, residential. Transmittal memos were sent to all affected agencies and no comments were received. The property was posted and letters were sent to all property owners within 300 feet of the subject property and no comments were received. After reviewing the standards for review, the zoning ordinance, discussions with the applicant, and because the request is consistent with the City of Show Low general plan, staff recommends that the Planning and Zoning Commission approve conditional use permit 602-04197 submitted by Arthur and Sarah Crane for the expansion of a non-conforming structure located at 1201 North 44th Drive, that being APN 309-33053, subject to the following conditions. 1, all development shall comply with all applicable federal, state, and local requirements, including building permit requirements. And 2, no further expansions are allowed unless approved through future conditional use permits.
Thank you, Ms. Spector-Cotter.
Staff as well as the applicant are available for questions.
Appreciate it. You might want to stay there for a minute, or you can go to your computer wherever you want to go. As we proceed to questions for staff, I believe that you have some photos that might help us. Okay, can we
Absolutely.
feed to those?
Wait.
So these are the, I actually took these photos this afternoon of the property here. This is on West Willis. And this is the portion of where the porch is going to be right there. This is facing North 44th Drive. This is just a little bit different view because of the trees. And then this is where you can see how close it is to the road here, and it won't extend along or past the existing home. And then this is actually a Google Street View, so you can kind of see what it was previously with the porch on. This is from West Willis. And then this is, it's not as a good a picture, but this is from North 44th Drive.
Okay. That, that,
That-
that helps.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much for
Welcome.
that, appreciate it. All right, Commission, we have any additional questions for staff? Only thing I can think of is the 8-foot difference that we're talking about between the original, that doesn't present a likelihood for, I don't know, obstruction or problems of that nature.
If I understand the question correctly, the home itself is currently about 8 feet off of the property line. City code today, if that was a vacant piece of property and somebody was coming in to put a home on it, they would be required to be 20 feet off that property line. This home is considered a legal non-conforming use. It was put there before the 20-foot rule was in place. And so because the rules changed after the home was put there, the home can continue in its current state. What they're requesting is they had an original porch that did not extend all the way to the edge of the home. So instead of being 8 feet off the property line, the porch was about 10 feet off the property line. They're requesting to be able to replace that porch due to safety concerns with a porch that is largely the same footprint, just 2 feet closer to the road, and it would line up with that exterior wall that is parallel to the road that's right there. They are outside of the right-of-way. The right-of-way there is 50 feet wide. There are no easements that we have in place there that this would interfere with. And so based on that, we have not received any comments from either our police department or our public works department indicating that this would be an issue with the road that's in place, so.
All right, thank you, sir. Further questions for staff? Any questions for the applicant?
I don't have any.
Guys are easy today. All right. If there, we'll open it for public comment. If there's anybody in the audience this evening who would like to speak to this particular issue, you are more than welcome to come forward and identify yourselves for the record. If not, we will bring it back to, well, let me just wait just a second to see if anybody's interested. Okay, then
I do have one question, I'm sorry.
you for the applicant?
For
Okay, for staff.
staff. Has there been neighbors complain about this or respond or?
We did send out letters to all property owners within 300 feet. We did post the property. We did receive 2 phone calls from property owners who had received a letter. Both of them just kind of asking, what is it that is being requested? At the end of kind of going through what the background was, I asked them if they had anything that they would like to pass on, any comments. Both of them indicated no. They were just curious why they got a letter. As part of the application, we did receive letters of support from adjacent property owners. I understand we do have several property owners that are in attendance this evening that are also in support of this. So we have received no negative comments related to this request.
Thank you.
All right, further questions?
Just want to make sure.
All right, and if there is no public comment, then we'll bring it back to the commission for a motion. Commissioner Bishop.
I move to approve CUP permit 602-04-197 submitted by Arthur and Sarah Crane to allow for the expansion of a non-conforming structure located at 1201 North 44th Drive, that being APN 309-33-059, subject to staff recommendations.
All right, we have a motion. Do we have a second? Second by Commissioner Adams. Any further discussion? All right. All in favor of the motion, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? All right, the motion carries unanimously. Disclaimer, sir?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. As with any conditional use permit, there is a 7-day appeal period. Should somebody wish to file an appeal, that has to be received by the city clerk within those 7 days. If no appeal is received within those 7 days, this conditional use permit will be considered effective.
Okay. We had a second item on the agenda this evening. The applicant has requested a continuance to the next regularly scheduled meeting for us, which would be, I believe, the 25th. However, if there's anybody in the audience this evening who would like to address that topic, since it was on the agenda, you are welcome to come forward and do so. Otherwise, we invite you back for the meeting on the 25th, and we'll have a full discussion of it then. Okay, we do need a motion to continue the item to the meeting for the 25th. Can I have a motion, please?
I so move.
All right, we have a motion to continue. Do I have a second? All right, we have a second. All those, any further discussion, I guess, before we go there? All right. All those in favor of the continuance signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Nay. All right, that motion carries, sir. We will put that on the agenda for 2 weeks from tonight. Okay, that sort of takes care of the agenda issues for this evening. We have a call to the public, which in which we always offer folks to come forward and raise any issue, so long as it is something that we actually could act upon or whatever. So I'll open it if anybody is willing to come forward. If not, I will dispense with the reading of the boilerplate. It would bore you to death. So, seeing no one, I will bring it back, and do we have minutes to approve? All right. We have minutes from the June 13th meeting. All of those, if there's any discussion, I'll entertain a motion first to approve those minutes. Okay, motion to approve. Do we have a second? Okay, any discussion? Okay, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All right, aye. Any opposed, nay. So the minutes for the meeting of June 13th are approved. Summary of current events. You're on the end, Mr. Adams. What do you think?
Just want to say thanks to City of Sholo. I thought the 4th of July was great. I love what they do down there in the football field and the fireworks and that whole program, and I think it's really good. It's nice to sit out there and enjoy that, so thanks.
Commissioner Berry?
Well, I had the opportunity to attend the open house for the new police department and also for the sheriff's department. I thought it looks very well done, and I think it's a good asset to the community.
Right. Commissioner Bishop?
Just echoing the comments about the parade, I thought it was great as always, and also grateful for the cooler temperatures and the moisture.
Likewise. I will add my congratulations to the city. We had several family members up for the long weekend for whom it was their first visit, and they got a real taste of what small town Arizona is like. Maybe small town America, but for sure small town Arizona. And they were really pleasantly surprised. So thanks for that. And like Commissioner Bishop, let's keep the moisture coming if there's a way to do it. So, Mr. Strassas.
Actually have no report this evening, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
All right, with that, we will call this evening's meeting adjourned.
Justin, just a quick question. If that porch had never